Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, you're driving along, and suddenly your car feels a bit off its sputtering, feels weak when you hit the gas, and that dreaded check engine light pops on. You plug in your scanner, and it spits out the code P0174. What in the world does that mean? And how much is this going to cost you? Don't worry, we're going to break it all down today. First off, let's decipher what P0174 actually means. The code reads, System to lean bank 2. In simple terms, your engine has two sides, or banks, bank 1 and bank 2. P0174 tells you that on bank 2, the air-to-fuel mixture has way too much air and not enough fuel. Think of it like trying to start a fire with a ton of kindling but just a tiny spark. It is not going to burn right. Your engine needs that perfect balance to run smoothly and efficiently. When it's too lean, you'll experience problems like poor acceleration, a rough idle, and maybe even stalling. Plus, your fuel economy will take a nosedive. Now, if you've seen our video on the P0171 code, this might sound familiar. P0171 is System to Lean Bank 1. P0174 is literally the exact same problem, just on the opposite side of your engine. Bank 1 is always the side with cylinder number 1, while bank 2 is the opposing bank. If you're not sure which is which on your vehicle, a quick search for your specific make and model will clear it up. So, what causes this lean condition on bank 2? The culprit is usually something that S, letting unmetered air into the engine, or something that S, preventing enough fuel from getting there. The most common cause, and the first place you should always look, is for vacuum leaks. Over time, the rubber hoses and gaskets in your engine bay can crack, split, or become disconnected. This allows air to sneak past the sensors that are supposed to be measuring it, throwing off the whole mixture. Check all the vacuum lines connected to the intake manifold, the PCV valve hose, and the intake manifold gaskets themselves. A can of carb cleaner or a smoke machine can be your best friend here. A little spray around the hoses while the engine is running will cause a change in idle speed if there is a leak. Another prime suspect is a dirty or faulty mass airflow sensor, or MAIF sensor. This little guy is responsible for measuring the exact amount of air entering the engine. If it's covered in dirt and grime, it can't read the airflow correctly and will tell the engine's computer, the ACU, the wrong information. This can lead to a lean code on one or both banks. The good news is, cleaning MAIF sensor is often a simple and cheap fix. Just be sure to use a dedicated MAIF sensor cleaner, not brake cleaner or anything else, as you could damage the delicate sensor. If your vacuum lines and muff sensor check out, it's time to look at the fuel side of the equation. A weak fuel pump, a clogged fuel filter, or dirty fuel injectors on bank 2 can all restrict fuel flow, leading to a lean condition. You can check your fuel pressure with a gauge to see if it is within the manufacturer's specifications. If the pressure is low, your pump or filter might be on its way out. Finally, we have the oxygen sensors, or O2 sensors. Especifically, the upstream O2 sensor on bank 2. This sensor's job is to monitor the amount of unburned oxygen in the exhaust and report back to the EC, which then adjusts the fuel mixture. If the sensor is old, slow, or failing, it might incorrectly report a lean condition, causing the ECU to add more fuel than necessary, which can ironically sometimes still trigger the lean code because the computer is getting conflicting data. You can check the O2 sensor's performance with a good OBD2 scanner that shows live data. A healthy sensor will show a rapidly fluctuating voltage, while a lazy or dead one will be slow or flatlined. So, to recap your action plan for a P0174 code, start with the easiest and cheapest fixes first. Visually inspect for any obvious vacuum leaks, like cracked or disconnected hoses. Next, clean your MAIF sensor. If the code persists, move on to checking your fuel pressure and inspecting the fuel system. Lastly, analyze the live data from your bank to upstream O to sensor to see if it is functioning properly. Following these steps will help you diagnose and fix that P0174 code and get your car running smoothly again without just throwing parts at it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this guide helps you tackle that check engine light with confidence. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more car care tips and DIY repair guides. Drop a comment below if you've ever dealt with this code and what the fix was for you.